We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First run now for Kyron Williams. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard, and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
21.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 33. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
This one finds McConkey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
In motion goes Conklin. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
In motion left is Davis. Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll just get rid of it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes when you can call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
After the run, now Herbert to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
2nd and 10. Herbert now. Screen play set up for Williams.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
Now HN on 1st and 10.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the
42 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Get it! Get it! Let go!
HN is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
And goal at the Chargers' 2-yard line.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
HN will score. Touchdown, Miami. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes, and here they force a turnover on the opening drive. They come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And the Chargers
Out on the man in motion left.
a gain of 15.
From the 50, here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free. That was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
Fighting Knox there, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Open man right side. That's McConkey.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Lad McConkey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps them in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Seven Pirates.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right in the yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
In motion left is Davis. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Chargers first down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll check this one down to Hampton. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. At graduate the Naval Academy, back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL. That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Line.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Prater's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Back to throw, Willis.
They're going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill after camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now it's Herbert.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Willis looking to throw it. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Willis with a quick throw out wide.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll run. H.M.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Danny Gray, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wow, that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Cowboy 80, Mustang 19.
Willis looks to pass it here.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 70, Bronco 80. Let's go.
Willis will look to throw it. Right side, and he finds Gray.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Huh, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Play fake. Here's Willis. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. A good passing down here. They send three receivers to the right of the formation on second down.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Kyron Williams, his fifth rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Willis. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Willis to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
19-18. 19 Charger, 19.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Play action, Willis.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple
Punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard
line. The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
At
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. They will find Davis. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. Get on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tag! Bronco!
Up the middle, Achane. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it with Achane. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man right side, that's McConkey. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Los Angeles.
Herbert now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Keenan Allen, 41 yards.
And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
25.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
That's good.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
19 Charger, 19. Ready, ready?
Again, it's Achane. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Running right, here's Achane.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
19, 18.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
To throw, here's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Darren Waller from 10 yards out.
And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
35. Chargers 25. Cameron Dicker.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Chargers, first down. A gain of 1 yard. First down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
17 yards.
Here's first and goal.
The Chargers, first down.
Now it's Herbert. Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Williams fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are back within a score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
32.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It's a gain of 5.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third down at 6.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hey, go.
Willis back to throw it. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Herbert to throw. Screenplay set up for Williams.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. How about this? Still fighting for tackles.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
Now first and goal.
Hey, easy. We're going orange. White 80. White 80 hot. Let's go.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
Real cool. They be on that rap to pay the bills. Now I'm fit it, not even a little bit. Hold on, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you so?
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Set up. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Panther 11. Panther 11.
Willis to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's second and 10 now.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hurt. Dragon 60. Ready.
Here's Willis. That is incomplete.
Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Mustang 19. 7 Pirates.
Throwing, Willis.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
18 Cardinal. Trap 60. Warriors 70. Ready.
Willis, gotta have this one.
He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week, offense still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Chargers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.